Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to another edition of Black Boy Joy Conversations. I'm your host Ryan O'Neill. I'm truly excited about tonight's show. We are delayed a little bit, but that's okay. We are still going to get the show on the road. I'm going to give you guys just a few seconds or a few moments to log in. Apologize for the delay. I'm excited about another edition of Black Boy Joy Conversations and our first recording artist, our first guest that will sing for us live tonight. So I'm really excited about tonight's conversation. Black Boy Joy Conversations is all about inspiring conversations to share Black Boy joy for men of color, brown boys, Black boys, to talk about our joy, what inspires us. And so I'm excited about our guest tonight. He's a local artist here in Charlotte, North Carolina. His name is Carlos Dwayne, and he is upcoming R&B guy, and I have really thoroughly enjoyed his music, and I'm really excited to hear and to have tonight's conversation to hear about his Black Boy joy and his music. So let's bring on Mr. Carlos Dwayne. What's up, Carlos?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
How are you tonight?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good, good. Welcome to Black Boy Joy Conversations. And I'm excited you're here. You're our first recording artist that's actually going to sing for us.
I'm excited about that. Put the
Yeah,
pressure
yeah.
on.
Say it one more time.
I said put the pressure on. Being the
Yeah,
first one.
you are the man for the job, and I'm excited. Hey, Tamara. Hey, all of you guys that are watching us by Facebook or Instagram. Please like, comment, and share. Let us know, and please feel free to make some comments and talk back to us. We are here and excited about the conversations about tonight. Tamara and George the Candle, thank you so much. Hopefully, Carlos, you'll get your gift this week. So let's dig right on in, Mr. Carlos. You're from, I said you're from Charlotte, but you're not originally from Charlotte. You're from
DC.
DC. Okay,
So, yeah,
okay,
I'm originally from DC. I lived in the DC and Maryland area until I was 12. Then I moved to
okay,
Charlotte.
okay. So when you think about Black Boy Joy, or when that phrase comes to mind, what is your first thought?
Um, Happiness. I mean, of course, you know the term joy, but I just think of happiness and melanin. Those two words just kind of go with me. A culture,
Yeah,
and just being happy because we are magic. Like we are
yeah,
what we
yeah.
have and what we possess is something that we only possess, and I think that happiness, knowing that, is what Black Boy Joy means to me.
Absolutely, absolutely. One way that I like to define Black Boy Joy is like how you just said. It's our magic. It's um, come what may, hell or high water. At the end of the day, we have our joy.
Right,
And it's something or it's nothing like our Black Boy joy. It's
right,
I always liken it to when I talk to people. I think about when I was a kid and jumping off of chairs thinking I was Superman or whatever.
right.
You thought you're invincible, and that's what the Black Boy joy is all about. So, how do you feel like Black Boy joy shows up for you?
So for me, it definitely, because I think it also embodies strength.
Okay.
With that magic strength as well. I think that as Black men, Black boys, whatever, we overcome things a lot of times with a smile on our face. And for me, that builds a big part of who I am. Being able to spread that magic, being able to
Hmm.
go through things and still be happy in those things, in those situations, find some type of joy in those situations that I think that only we can find. I was talking to somebody about this before. Like, I feel like we find laughter and joy and happiness in the most dark situations, and I think that's something that only we can do. Where other people panic or
Hmm.
get stressed, I think that we find joy in that, and that's me.
Nice. Nice, finding joy in that. When you found your joy, what was the moment for you? What was going on in your world, if you could say?
So, and I always talk about 2017 because it was such a crucial year for me.
Okay.
It was so many devastating things that happened in that year. When it came to death, when it came to breakups and moving, like relocations and all those things and whatever, financial. And in that, with that being the year that the worst things happened to me, for some reason, I seen the light more than I ever have. Um, and
Yeah.
that's when I found my joy, because it's like, if I can be happy in the darkest times,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
else, everything else is minuscule. So that was when I found my joy, and life changed. That's when I started doing music as well.
Nice. Nice. So you the whole time you just or you've
So
been
I've been
singing.
singing,
Okay.
but I didn't, getting into the career path of the music industry until
Nice.
2017.
Nice, nice. Okay, awesome. So since you've landed there, I'll go ahead and ask the question. What was the inspiration for you to record, and what was the aha? I'm going to do this.
So, like I said, I've been singing, dancing, and all those things all my life. I used to write poetry.
Okay.
That poetry used to turn into songs. I would put it to like instrumentals and things like that would turn into songs. But in 2017, and that's a connection that me and my dad shared, because he also was a musician, songwriter, singer, all those things. And so when he passed away in 2017, it was so sudden. Like, I had moved to LA, came
Okay.
back to visit for a weekend, and that happened. And
Wow.
so it was an eye opener for me, because I'm like, life is too short to not do the things that you love to do. And music became an outlet for me.
Okay.
It became a place where I could feel free. I was going through a really bad breakup at the time. Had just found uh, somebody new that I was interested in at the time, and started dating somebody new and all those things. And so everything I wanted to say was in the music.
Wow. Okay. So that's so I normally ask the question, how does your black boy joy show up? And you answer the question by in your singing, but you are more than a singer. You are a songwriter,
Mm-hmm.
a dancer. I remember you dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you're fashion nova. I won't say fashion, fashion icon, fashion influencer. Um, what else? Tell us a little bit more about you besides the writing, the singing.
So I wear so many hats. Especially when it comes to everything art. I still on the side, because I used to be a cheerleader in college. So still on the
Oh,
side, I do some coaching with that. Every now and then I'll still do some coaching with that. But creative direction, I'm a creative director,
right.
stylist to people, choreographer. Um, Even when it comes to outside of my own singing and songwriting, I also like arrange songs,
Okay.
for people that want me to, and different things like that. So it's a whole bunch. And then I'm a down to earth person that likes to have fun and take risk. Model.
Nice. Nice. What when you talk about the styling, what got you into styling and fashion and things like that?
So truthfully, growing up, I was not the most fashionable person. Um,
You not the fashionable person?
no. And it was more so one of those things, because my parents was like, if you want to dress like that, you're gonna have to pay for it. So I kind of had to wait till I got a job to
Okay.
start being able to dress the way that I wanted to dress. And so from that, I studied, different styles and different people, and then I kind of found my own in that. I got picked on at first for certain ways that I would dress, because it was so different at the time, as I was a freshman
Okay.
in college. Um, like with the skinny jeans, before skinny jeans were skinny jeans. Let me do this, girls and guys. So then I just started kind of gradually going into that.
Okay. So you've always been a trailblazer, trendsetter, and so that's just what
I
you're
try to
falling
be.
into.
But
So I
when you
look,
do it, you don't even think that you're starting trends. You just think, I just want to wear this. So
yeah, yeah. So one of your album covers is, I think it's the most recent one, where the white paint, and I'm just like, that's just artistic. And at best words I could say, that's really artistic and really dope.
thank you.
What was the inspiration behind that?
So I had the album title for a while. I knew I wanted it to be Blank Slate, um, and for a whole bunch of different reasons of starting over. So when I thought about the cover art, I'm thinking, so how could I portray myself being made over again, like
Mm,
being new? And so I came up with So I want my whole body to be white except my head. I still want my face to be shown, but I want it to show that I'm being reformed and recreated all over again. So that was supposed to look like a canvas, like an art canvas that, you know, is ready to be redone
Right,
because of
right.
all the scars and all of the things that happened before with relationships and life and things like that. I wanted it to be like, okay, so now I'm completely wiped and I'm completely open to be redone again.
Wow. Okay. That's beautiful to think about it like that. What is your favorite song off of that CD?
Um,
That's a hard. Is that a hard? Is that a bad question to ask artists? Like, what's their
no,
favorite song?
no, um, no, because sometimes we have ones that we don't necessarily like,
Okay.
but
Okay.
we liked it when we recorded it. But I don't know. Actually, I was listening to this project earlier. I like all of them, but I think right now 1127 is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, 1127 is my favorite.
And why do you choose that song? Or
I'm
okay.
R&B to the core.
Smooth. He's
Um,
smooth, y'all. Okay.
I like move. It's sample. It kind of plays upon "Daydreaming" by Aretha Franklin,
Okay.
and so but with like a
Smooth.
little modern twist. And so it's so fun, but it's acoustic. Then it has that beat that comes in, and then it's like a whole array of harmonies and things at the end. So it's just a really fun, smooth song for me.
Nice. 1127. So you
Yes.
guys got to check that out. The title of the album is Blank Slate. Thanks, Clayton. Thanks, CJ. We've got a couple of people. Let's check in with our audience real quick. We've got Tamara. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it wrong, so please forgive me, Tamara. Good to see you. We got Clayton, CJ. What's up? We've got Gary Holly. I'm gonna put the comment at the bottom. Gary Holly, what's up, bro? Um, I've got a couple of others here. Guys, come on in and give us some feedback and share what your thoughts are. If you've listened to Carlos' song, CD, he's I've talked him into doing one. Maybe he'll do another one. I don't know. Hey, Jabari, how's it going? But I'm excited just to have him sing and talk more about what inspires his Black boy joy and life and things like that. So another quick question for you is, what lessons have you learned since 2017? What is something that's you build upon?
So definitely the art of forgiveness, and not just forgiving other people, but learning to forgive yourself. Um, there's a lot of things that growing and learning who I am and whatever. I did things that I wasn't necessarily proud of. Been in relationships that had a lot of different issues and things like that, and so I had to learn to forgive myself first and those other people. And since 2017, I learned that life is too short. Like, you have to make the most of everything. That means letting go of things that aren't important. That means holding on to things that are important and trying things, taking risks, because you don't want to take. I always say you never want to take dreams to the grave because
Mhm.
they're no good there. So you don't want to go to the grave full of ideas and things that you could have done and that you should have done. So why not get it out now? So that's what 2017 has told me. I haven't stopped since then. I've been just going. I've been learning to love people harder. I've been learning to just be in a different space than I was. Even people that have been, hateful and things like that, I can still give them love back because life is too short. It's too short.
Yeah. That's powerful. So, those of you guys that watched our last show, we talked about the joy and forgiveness. So, I'm going to unpack that for a second. You talked about that's one of the things you learned was forgiveness.
Mhm.
So, in that learning of forgiveness, how do you forgive, or what's your definition, or what does forgiveness look like for you?
So for me, it's just um, I get to a point of acceptance that
Mm,
either certain things have been done but they can't change, or certain things have been done, but you know people are people. People make mistakes. I've
mhm.
made mistakes. So who am I to hold somebody, hold a grudge with somebody forever about making a mistake when there's people who have forgiven me? I'm also a
Mm,
very spiritual person. So I believe that, if I want forgiveness, I have to forgive others. And so for me, forgiveness just looks like acknowledging and moving forward.
Mm.
Acknowledging that it happened, acknowledging that it can't be taken back, and moving forward with the fact that life still goes on. And I wish everybody the best.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. What, um, how do you feel like your Black Boy Joy endures?
So, I
We've
think
already been on straight, but so how do you feel like it endures?
um I definitely think I have to have prayer a lot of times for my Black boy joy to endure, because sometimes you get those trials and things like that where, especially being in a creative like us that are trying to start things and trying to whatever, it becomes discouraging a lot of times.
Hmm.
And so just praying and knowing that everything happens in the time that's supposed to happen, and that keeps me happy, that
Okay.
keeps my joy, that keeps my Black boy joy going, because I know that when things are supposed to fall into place, they will fall right into place.
So oftentimes when I'm talking to different people about Black Boy Joy, something that comes up is sometimes the need to feel like there is toxic masculinity. There is, um, either code switching, or where is this, this is what black men, this is what men are supposed to look like or do, and this is what black men are supposed to look like and do. How do you navigate through toxic masculinity, if you will, in today's society?
So, for me, I believe, for me personally, I believe that masculinity, femininity, whatever, they are blurred lines. I think that there's certain things that we've been taught when we were younger, which is this is what a boy's supposed to do, this is what a girl is supposed to do, whatever. But for so long, we've held on to those things that it's tore us into pieces, because
Hmm.
then we're afraid to show our emotions, because that's not what a man is supposed to do. Or we're scared to show our sensitive sides and to express ourselves the way that we need to get help when we're in our mental health situations and things like that, because we're supposed to be strong enough to handle it. And so for me, um I don't like it. If I'm just
Okay.
being honest, I don't like the whole the whole masculinity
Okay.
ideal of putting people in a box of this is what's masculine. Um, yeah, that's just me without getting too deep.
Okay. So, so how do you navigate it for yourself where it does not impact your joy? How do you, you know, um, not fall into that trap? Like you're saying, not getting too deep. How do you not fall into that
So
camp?
for me, like, I don't like code switching. Of course, when I'm around my friends, I may let loose a little bit more. But I'm very much of a chill person. Wherever I am, I'm being me. I just made certain things I just don't show in front of certain people, but it's not a masculine or a feminine thing. So for me, I'm just me. I'm just who I am. I have traits of all different things, because that's just what makes me. Some people may think
Mhm.
that the way I dress is too feminine, but it's me. It's who I am. It's my personality. Um, even going into what it is that I do when it comes to my music and things like that. Like, I don't gender, I don't put genders in my music.
Okay.
Because I want it to be for everybody. I don't, when it comes to my cover arts and my things like that, I don't need to be, looking like this butch dude, whatever. I'd rather it match what I'm feeling than what the world wants to see. So I'm just me.
Right. Right. Well, I appreciate you for being you, showing up as your vulnerable, authentic self. We've been in the same spaces together. You've always been the same, authentic Carlos. Friendly, big smile, powerful voice.
Thank
I
you.
think the first time I heard you sing, I was like, "Where did those lungs come from?" So, like, I know he dresses, but I didn't know he could sing like that. So, I appreciate you for being vulnerable and so forth. If you could tell tell me what inspires your joy, your Black Boy Joy today? What would your top three things that inspired your joy? I hate to say just one thing, but top three things.
Top three things are my family and friends. That's one. I put them in one because I kind of consider my friends that I'm really close to, my family.
Okay.
Two, definitely my music and knowing that I'm inspiring other people. Um, and three, I would say, um, I mean, I hate to get all deep and religious, but God, knowing that, I'm not a religious person,
Hmm.
but I'm a spiritual person.
Hmm.
So for me, knowing that I have unconditional love from someone who doesn't have to keeps
Hmm.
me going. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's my three things. If I had to think off the top of my head.
Okay, that's powerful though. But you know, whether or not someone is spiritual or not, they have, whatever their belief in their higher being, whatever their faith is. I think that's powerful. Um, when you think about those three things, if you could leave the world with anything today, what would it be, to say about your Black Boy Joy?
Um, I guess I would leave the world with, um, and I have this tattoo on my chest. It says "Live Free."
Okay.
Um, I would want to leave the world with the ability to know that it's okay to be whoever you want to be.
Hmm.
I preach that to my family. I preach that to my friends. That's what the colors of that I choose. Orange, it's my favorite color. I looked it up. It represents freedom in some areas. So the ability to just be whoever you want to be. That will be the message I would want written on my tombstone.
Hmm.
Live free.
Wow,
Live for
that's
you.
powerful. That's powerful. So back into your music a little bit. What is, your favorite song that you've written?
Hmm.
And then, I hate to do this to artists, but I have to do it. Your top female and male artist song.
Okay. Um. So my favorite song I think that I've written, um, I still, and this is my very first song, but it's called "Selfish."
Okay.
Um, it was very personal. All my songs are personal actually, but this one was like, it was just a moment for me.
Okay.
Um, my favorite male, you want my favorite male song? You want my favorite male artist?
Song, not artist yet. Songs.
Um, whew, I'm an old soul. Um, So I guess my favorite male song, I would say, and it's a old Avant song, and it's probably not even that popular, but it's called "Sailing." Sailing
Singing.
by Avant, yeah, sailing,
Hmm.
like on a boat, sailing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think he remade it from, it was like an older white artist actually, but that song just puts me in a good place. Um, and then for female, if I just have to think. Um, hmm, this is hard. I'm a big Seven Streeter fan.
Okay. Okay.
Um, it's a song that she has called "Just Being Honest."
Okay.
And I can play that song all day and vibe to it and sing to it and relate to it and all those things. So I would say those two that I can think of off the top.
Okay. Okay. So if you could do a concert with anybody, any artist, um, your first major sold out concert, mainstream concert, who would it be?
Tank.
Okay. Tank. Is that one of your inspirations or?
Yeah, that's why, because Tank he's a big inspiration for me when it comes to music.
Okay.
Um, the crazy thing is, him and my dad used to actually sing together back in DC when they were
Oh
younger or
wow.
whatever. Um, so yeah, I like his writing style, his voice, his authenticity when it comes to his music. Um, he's definitely an inspiration for me. So I would love to do a tour or a show or whatever with him.
Okay. What's your favorite Tank song?
Um, so I'm still on. Dang, I have a lot of favorite Tank songs. Okay, so I would still go back to what he did, where I Can't Make You Love Me.
Yeah, that was good.
It just touched me in a different way. And when you relate to something, it becomes like a favorite of yours when you can relate to it at the time. I think I was
Mhm.
going through something at the time and I could relate to that song at that moment, and it just stuck with me.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So favorite female.
So I know this is very cliche. I'm a big Beyonce fan.
That's not
I'm
cliche.
I'm a big Beyonce fan. I like for me, I past Beyonce's music and her performances and stuff like that. It's just her work ethic. Like I always am inspired by her work ethic.
Okay.
And I love her music and everything, of course. But that's somebody who I would definitely go on tour with or whatever because I know she's gonna push me.
Okay.
I want that challenge. Push me so I can be great because
Right.
you're great. Push on me, so I would definitely do with her.
Awesome. Okay. I mean, who would not want to go on with with Queen Bee? Like,
Right, right.
so what do you feel? I had written this question down just to ask. Wait, what are you drinking? I'm drinking. I mean, there's no conversation without libation. So, I just thought I'd pause and say, what are you drinking? So,
So I had like a little bit of wine left, and I was like, I'm gonna just drink this, but I was like, that's not gonna let me make it through. So my friend is over with us, and he just poured me Parmesan with no juice in it. So this is
mm.
just straight Parmesan.
So let's get this other question out the way and get you singing before that Paul Masson
Right.
kicks in. So what are you expecting from Queen Bee's show this weekend? Um, Black King.
I'm very excited. I think what I'm expecting is just creativity on a different level. I'm expecting it to be for the culture, of course. That's what it is, the title and everything. But the creativity and the detail
Hmm.
of it is what I'm expecting. Like I want to have to watch it 2 and 3 or 4 times to fully get it. That's how in depth I want it to be. That's what I'm
Okay.
expecting from it.
Okay. So you kind of you're expecting it to be like it's going to be what it lives up to. What
Yeah, I
she
want a
lives up.
movie. I want a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. How do you feel about that Black Kings, the movement in being a Black king and her honoring Black kings?
I love it. I love it. And she's at that point now. I was telling somebody, Beyonce can do anything, and people still will buy it. People still will, whatever. So
Ask
if
Megan Thee
anybody
Stallion.
can do it, right, for real. So if anybody can do it, it's her. But I'm just glad as a movement together that people are really going hard for this movement because we've been that way, Black kings and
Yeah.
queens. Why are y'all just recognizing it? So the fact that mainstream is finally recognizing it,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm grateful and I'm happy for it. I hope it's authentic and I hope it continues. Because the movement, of course, doesn't stop here. It never stops. So I think that I'm just excited. I'm excited that the people that's at the head, like
Yeah.
the forefront of mainstream when it comes to entertainment and things like that, are really pushing it.
And I'm excited that it's Disney's behind it. It's just not just
Yeah,
her, but Disney is recognizing our culture,
right.
in using her, and she's in doing this movement. Say what people say or say what they will, being able to recognize our culture is beautiful. And like you talked about, we've been ruling, we've been kings, we've been
Right.
queens. It's just, you know, and we still have our thrones. I think society has caused us to, you know, miss the mark or
Yep.
not not see our thrones.
Yep.
So yeah, so I'm excited about it. I see you, CJ. We know Brandy's coming out. But we were talking about Beyonce. So,
CJ go crazy over Brandy.
yes, yes. So real quickly, I want to get you to sing something for us.
Okay.
And I think we talked about your song "Bad Guy."
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell us a little bit about Bad Guy and the motivation about it and stuff like that?
Yes. So Bad Guy is written with the intent to, you know, show your true colors up front, or at least let the person know. I think we get into relationships and we think that somebody is one thing, or they don't tell us who they fully are, whether it's good or
Mm,
bad things, and we just start seeing these things later on down the road, like, dang, you should have showed me this from the beginning. I might would have had a change of heart or whatever. So Bad Guy was written with the mindset of, so if I tell you these bad things about me up front, could you still love me? Would you still be with me? And don't blame me when I make a mistake, because I told you from the beginning that I'm not perfect. I make mistakes.
mm,
I still love you in those mistakes, and I'm still a very loving person. I will never do anything to intentionally hurt you, but if I do slip up and you do get your feelings hurt, just know that it's not intentional, and you knew this, I guess, for lack of better terms, if I'm not the perfect person, I'm not emotionally available all the time. I'm letting you know
mhm.
from the beginning that I'm not an emotionally available person.
Right.
So work with me. Don't judge me for it, because I told you from the beginning and I was honest. So back, I was just talking about being honest with who you are from the start, and giving a person the opportunity to choose if they want to deal with it or not. Because a lot of people don't.
Right. 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 Powerful. Okay. Okay. I mean, you've set the stage. I'm really ready to
You
hear
ready?
you sing. I've heard the song, but I mean, yeah. So I'm excited to hear it. So we're gonna just let you lead with that song. Tell the audience, hey Mateo, hey, Gary, if you guys have any questions or comments for Carlos or myself, you just want to join the conversation, let us know. Hit us up. Hit us up in the comments. And without further ado, I'm gonna let Carlos do his thing.
All right. So I'm gonna play the instrument, the track with us and everything. Can y'all hear that? I I wanna tell you my imperfections, so you're not surprised when they kick in. And I don't wanna fail you, but I'm not the easiest to love. I have a tendency to mess things up. And I could be pretentious and I let you know. I could be superficial, but where that go? I could just pretend I'm 100% and I'm the man that you can't ever. I wanna give you a chance to stay or leave. Do you think you can handle a dude like me? I could be sour for a couple of hours. When I'm good, baby, I'm so sweet. So if I a bad guy for you, would you stay off my case? Would you stay off my way? Would you not cry my face? If I a bad guy for you, would you not call my friends? Trying to see when I came in. Can we skip the 20 questions? If I that I'm a bad guy. If I say that I'm a bad guy for you, if I, you, you, I want you to tell me, what is it you need? And do you think that you'll get that with me? Cause I don't wanna sell me like I'm the perfect guy. Depending on my mood, I may not try. And I'm just being 100 so that you're aware. No, I'm not out cheating when I'm not there. I wanna keep you. I don't know how to treat you, so I think that it's only fair. And I could be the man if you want me to. Do all the sweet things a man would do. I could be cool with a couple of rules, but there are times I may act a fool. So if I would just stay on. would you say, oh, if I a bad guy for you? I say I'm a bad guy for you. So if I, and I'm a bad guy. If I say that I'm a bad guy for you, I say that I'm a bad guy for you. You. Hey, 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 dance, breathe, dance. Y'all dance at home. Hit it. Ha, 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 ha. A bad guy for you. Mm-hmm. Oh. So if I say that I'm a bad guy, if I say that I'm a bad guy for you, if I, you, that's bad guy.
Wow, man. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. I love to see your energy and love to see your you are truly a dancer, so you was gonna dance with it.
I know I
You-
almost got up out my chair and started dancing on the dance break.
that is beautiful. I know we have the YouTube video of the actual video, and definitely make sure we post it and share that with people. You guys got to go out and get that song or all of his music. Blank Slate, Bad Guy. Um, as you were singing this song, I'm just gonna go ahead and ask the question: have you ever been a bad guy?
I have been a bad guy.
Okay.
I have been a bad guy. But in the song, it's talking about being a bad guy, but it's actually being a good guy. The bad thing about it was that I wasn't upfront about my mistakes and about my baggage. You know, that's what made me the bad guy in that situation because I had baggage that I hadn't dealt with, and I should have put that on the table first. Um,
Wow.
and then when you're a bad guy and somebody else is a bad guy, and we're going through the interview stages of a relationship, and we're just putting our best qualities in the front. Then we start learning down the road, a year or two in, that you know what, we don't really work. But by
Mhm.
that time, you're so engulfed in love and the idea of that person. So yes, I have definitely been the bad guy, knowing that I should have let go of something and still holding on to it.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So, what being a bad guy? Um, what would you say is the biggest lesson you learned besides being vulnerable?
Definitely learning to accept people for who they are, and
Mhm.
respect people's honesty. Because it's rare that somebody will tell you, like, look, so I got this wrong with me, this, I'm a little broken about this, I went through this, whatever. So I may not be this, whatever. And accepting the fact and respecting the fact that, damn, well, at least I know you'll be honest. So,
Mhm.
I've learned to accept and respect.
So what would you tell the bad guys out there that's listening? Because I've got some bad guys and girls probably that is flipping through this or whatever. What would you tell them um, as some advice or about joy?
The best thing is, and it leads to joy, is being real with
Okay.
yourself, and being real with whoever you're choosing to be involved with. That's the best. Those are the best steps to start a healthy relationship. Even the things that you may be scared to say, the dark things, the things that are very ugly about you. You want to be with this person, or
Mhm.
you want to start something with this person. So why not show them all of you?
Right.
Let them get to know all of you. And I think that you will find joy in that because you won't have to hide. You
Mhm.
won't have to hide who you are. It's freedom in that. Um, you won't have to feel so burdened by not being perfect
Right.
because
Right.
this person knows that you're not perfect and they love you still. So
Okay,
yeah.
bad guys and bad girls. Hopefully, y'all hear that. I have a
Yes.
different terminology I use for bad guys, but we won't use that right now. Uh, check back with me next week. We'll talk about it. So, what encouragement would you give somebody that um, is dealing with a bad guy and so forth? Audience, before you answer that, I'm gonna say that, invite our audience. Please like, comment, and share. But also, please ask these questions or talk back to us. I'm quite sure Carlos has. He's got a great support system. We see his best friend Lewis Williamson. Is that the one that poured that Parmesan? I'm being messy,
No,
but
he didn't pour the Parmesan.
we see you out there, hey Mateo. We see you out there. We thank you guys for being with us. We look forward to having conversations with you guys and so forth. Yes, CJ again. We see uh, B7. We're just making sure that's out there.
CJ, you
Gary,
my manager. You my manager, not Billy manager. You supposed to be promoting me.
right, right. So back to our conversation. If you could tell somebody or encourage somebody that's dealing or trying to figure out navigate with a bad guy, bad girl, what would you?
I would definitely say listen to yourself. Pay
Mm,
attention to the signs because somebody cannot hide who they are for so long. Like you start seeing who they really are, and you start trying to still hold on to what you want them to be. People are who they are. You can help
mhm,
somebody change. You can help somebody and push somebody towards change, but you cannot change somebody. So
mm,
if you're dealing with a bad guy, or you're dealing with somebody who, um, they're not upfront about who they are, they're not real with you, they're not really concerned about how things affect you. You might want to second guess whether that's somebody who is for you or should be in your life. Like, don't put extra stress on your life for no reason.
yeah, yeah. One thing that not to dig too deep into it, but the entanglement gate.
Yeah.
Um, somebody posted something. I saw a post and they said, love shouldn't be trauma. And we teach this, or we say that, love gotta hurt. You gotta endure. But love really shouldn't traumatize you. I think you should endure some stuff.
Right.
How do you how have you ever, I don't say have you ever, how would you navigate that, your joy through that?
So, like I said, I'm a person who, I know people make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. I do believe there's a difference between a mistake and a habit. Um, you know, so there's only certain things that you take for so long. Um, but no, love should not be traumatic. Especially when you're saying things that affect you or you don't like or things like that, and people continue to do those things. The joy comes with releasing that.
Mm,
Like it may hurt for a little while, but there's such a joy that comes with letting go of things that serve you no purpose. And that
mhm,
comes with people too. Like you'll realize maybe later down the road that I really did not need this person as much as I thought that I did.
mhm.
And that comes a new joy comes from that, and a new happiness comes from that, and a new peace and a new freedom. And I'm speaking from
Yes.
experience. It doesn't mean that you stop having love for the person, but you love yourself more to know that this is just not going to work. And there's such a joy in that.
That's powerful. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a joy in that freedom
Yeah.
in loving through the traumas. If you could um if you could inspire anybody with your multi gifts or leave a legacy, what would it be?
It would just be to and this is what I guess I put into a lot of my music. Um, Loving yourself um more than anybody else, but also to just know that love comes with joys, pains, but it's a mixture of both. And so you have to know and be equipped, when it comes to love, to know if you're ready for a relationship or not. A lot of times we get into stuff that we're really not ready for, because at the first sight of trouble, we're out, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think about the old school love, a lot
Talk
of
about
times people a lot of times people didn't even know what was going on,
it.
because it
Yeah,
wasn't everybody's business for social
yeah,
media and things like that.
yeah.
They knew that this is what we built. And when it comes to the entanglement thing, like you were saying, that's their relationship. They have that understanding, whatever, but they're open and honest about it with each other. And I think that that's what made those old relationships go, like, keep on going, because you knew that a person is not perfect. Because I've been called crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been called all types of things for just loving the way that I love, and I don't give up on people easy.
Okay.
Um, and I don't like, because I don't like for people to give up on me easy, because I know my intentions. So if I could leave something here on this earth, it will be to love people where they are, but love yourself more, to know that you just may not be able to be in that space that they are in that
Mm,
moment. So you can love them where they are from where you are,
that's
but
good.
love people for who they are and where they are, and all you can do is just help push them, as much as you can, without draining yourself, because we're all cups. If I'm pouring into your cup and I'm empty, and because you're
Right.
not pouring back into me,
Yeah,
we have a
yeah,
problem. We have a problem. So
yeah.
yeah.
Draining yourself, pouring from the empty cup. Now that was powerful about, loving a person where they are, and it's okay to be where you're going, or
Hmm.
they can't go to where you're going. Um, how do you um, want your legacy to be and not saying it in a bad way, but just how do you want your legacy to be in the earth?
I just want to touch people. I want somebody to be able to, um, play a song that I did, or look at something that I did and remember their self worth. Um, that's it. Like, everything that I'm doing now is to inspire somebody else. That's what I feel like God gave me a gift to do, is
Mm,
to leave a legacy and inspire somebody else. So if I can inspire one person when I'm gone from this earth, to the point where 10, 15, 20 years later, they're still remembering something that Carlos Dwayne said, and
mm,
it's helping them progress in life, I'm good.
mm.
I don't have to touch the world, but I want to always leave a part of me in somebody. Like, because I can reach 300 million people, or I can reach three people. And as long as those three people remember me for who I am, and remember me for the things that I taught them, and the things that they heard me say, or the things that they, were inspired by me, I'm content.
Mm. Wow. Wow. Good. We've got a comment tomorrow. She's just, let's see what she says. You said that you don't give up on people easily, but what if they create an atmosphere to where you have to leave them alone because they don't see your worth?
That's when it comes into that place of loving them where they are from where you are. Because
Mm,
you can love somebody and you don't have to be in that space with them. You don't have to be in, whatever, because love is something that is, it's so broad. You know what I'm saying? It's
mm,
You don't have to be in a relationship with somebody to still have love for them. You can
mm,
still have love for them and know that you just don't work out for them. But even with that love, you have to love yourself more. That's why I said love them where they are from where you are. Because if I love myself and I know that what you're doing is not helping me love myself, then I still love you, but I love me to know that this is just not going to work. So sometimes you have to walk away from people, and you have to give up, not on them, but on the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
mhm,
never
mhm.
give up on people, but
Right,
I
right,
would
right.
give up on the situation, because I don't just say, "Oh, you'll never change."
Mm, mhm.
We just don't help each other change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing else that we can do to help each other progress in life, and sometimes that's okay. It's okay. So that's what I would say to that.
Yeah, that I agree. I agree with you. It's just it's one of those things you got to make that hard choice. You got to make yourself priority and loving yourself, and that's really key. Um, that's really thank you, Tamara, again for that question and that feedback. Real quick before we go, what is um, what is one of your biggest inspirations now? What's inspired throughout this pandemic and everything that's going on? What's inspiring you to keep making music and doing your thing besides um, you're just gifted?
um, well, I appreciate that. I think what's helping me keep going now and inspiring me is definitely, um, I believe everything happens for a reason.
Mm,
So me, I was the type of person who I find something to do all the time, and it sometimes becomes distracting. And in this moment, I had to sit down and I had to learn me. I had to face me. You know what I'm saying? And I learned
mm,
some things about me that needed to change. And I also learned some things about me that I actually really, really like, without distractions of the outside world. And so that inspired me to keep exploring who I am without going to the club,
mhm,
without having people around me that make me feel validated, without um, having to be, the best dressed person in the room, or trying to so busy trying to impress everybody else that now I've been inspired to impress me. Like,
mm.
and this pandemic has inspired me to really learn to love and impress me. If this
Okay.
album didn't sell one copy or one whatever, didn't get one download or one stream, I was so content with what I did. Well, I am so content with what I did that I feel inspired to keep going. So this pandemic was perfect. I mean, I hate that it had
Yeah,
to
I know the
happen
thing.
this
Yeah,
way, but sometimes things have to happen for us to sit our asses down.
yeah.
And I think that this was a moment where we had no other choice but to stop and learn who we are without distraction.
To learn, yeah, without the distractions. That's powerful. So when you released the blank slate, when did you release that? That
May
was
23rd.
May 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay. And so people can download that. We just had it scroll across. They can download it from Apple, um, anywhere
Any
music is
yeah,
played.
any music. Mhm.
So guys, do me a favor and download that CD. If you download it within the next 8 minutes, I want to send you a free gift. So if you let me know you downloaded it in the comments before we end the live, I want to send you a free gift. Definitely want to support Carlos. Download, stream, share, like. If you don't do anything, if you don't find a good song off of it, my favorite song is Bad Guy. Um, off of it. And then his favorite song is 1127.
Mhm.
So, but please do me a favor, like that, download it, share it, and all that good stuff. I'm Tamora's downloading now. Well, there you go.
Listen to that question that you asked. Um, it's a song called Naive. Go listen to that one.
Naive. Okay.
Naive.
Okay.
Yeah, go listen to that one.
Just the
That
whole treasure
when you
trove.
need to walk away.
Walk away. So I know hopefully some people will be listening to that tonight, and down and listening to it all day tomorrow and things like that. And I know if you subscribe to those music libraries like Apple Music or Tidal or whatever, download it, add it. Don't just listen to it. Add it and download it so that
Yes.
we can show that support out there to them. So are you going to be doing anything else this year? What else is next for you? What else
So
can we?
yes. So of course the pandemic has stopped performances and certain things right now, but we're definitely in the works. Me and my team this Saturday actually. There's a video shoot for 1127.
Nice.
And I'm so excited. I think it's going to be my favorite video I've done so far, and my favorite piece of art that visual art that I'm showing. So I'm excited about that. We are also in the midst of working on Blank Slate Part Two, where
Okay.
it has the bonus tracks that didn't make the album. because we wanted to change some things up, and it's a whole acoustic vibe.
Nice.
So it really allows me to Bad Guy, and those songs are fun and whatever. But when I do acoustic sets live and whatever, I really get to showcase me just singing.
Okay.
So I'm excited about you all hearing that without all of the beats and things. And then um, we're trying to do a drive-in uh, tour.
Okay.
So me and my team are trying to think about 3 cities that while this is going on, we can promote, and we can just go to those cities and have a location that people can just come out, social distance, and me and a few other artists just sing and rap and do all those things to entertain them the way we see fit, because entertainment music makes the world go round. So
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Nice. That's beautiful. I'm excited to hear about that and would love to promote and share that. And so you're recording the music video for 11/27. You got a time when it'll be out, or that's just to be determined, or
so my birthday is August the 21st.
okay.
So trying to get it around that time, but it'll probably be like late August. If not my birthday, it'll be late August. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
excited for y'all to see it. I'm really excited for y'all to see it.
Okay. Well, that'll be awesome. I can't wait to see it and share it and like it and all that good stuff. I'll definitely be sharing some of your videos, and definitely be supporting your music in the Black Boy Joy Conversations Facebook group page. Um, I am so pleased and happy you're here with us. I don't know if you want to sing something else acoustic or not, but if you did, I want to allow you that space. If not, we'll go ahead and get ready to sign off. But I'm just really grateful for you being here and sharing your gift with Black Boy Joy.
I appreciate it. I can do a little acapella version of 11/27. We could just do the first verse, before we take it out, so y'all can
Okay.
hear that.
Okay. Okay. And tomorrow we will be sending you your gift this week. So we're gonna get you to sing the first verse of 11/27 real quick. I'm excited, guys. Here is Carlos Dwayne.
So we're gonna do this acapella. It's late. I've been drinking dark liquor, been scrolling through my Twitter, can't wait till you hit up my line, telling me to come back. I've been up all night waiting for you, and my body is losing patience for you. I may be a little aggressive, this day has been kinda hectic, I need to relieve this pressure on you. So hey, I'm on the way. I wanna get down when I reach your side of town. Cause it's 11/27 and I'm thinking of you. I'm in the mood, what you wanna do? Hey, hey, I wanna play. I want you right now, I don't care where you're around. Cause it's 11/27 and I'm thinking of you. I'm coming through on your avenue. So I'm on my way to chill with you, babe. I'm on my way to you. Said I'm on my way to chill with you, babe. I'm on my way to you. That's a little part of 11/27.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
That's a little part of
11/27. I'm thinking of you. I really like that. I like that beat, that vibe.
I
So
think you really like the song.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm definitely a fan and supporter of everything you do, and in all that you do. You're artistic. Again, like I said, your cover is artistic. Everything you do, man, is artistic, and I'm so appreciative again of your gift. I'm not sure you have anything else you want to share with our audience before we sign off and get off of here for the night.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you to you. Thank you to the audience. I love y'all. Take this musical journey with me. Take all of the journeys with me. And I'm here. Hit me up. I talk back.
And how can they find you, real quick?
So I'm on Instagram at I am Carlos Dwayne. I also have my team. Shout out, yeah, I want to shout out my team too. I didn't give them a shout out. I have
Yeah.
they play a very important role. Lewis, Darren, CJ, Jerry. So I have a very broad support system. So follow me at I am Carlos Dwayne on Instagram. It's on Twitter too at I am Carlos Dwayne. We also have a music page that Darren runs, Carlos Dwayne Music, and that focuses solely on the music. And then Facebook, Carlos Dwayne, and YouTube, Carlos Dwayne.
Awesome, awesome. You are just out there branded. Guys, support this tribe. Listen, you got an awesome tribe with you, and
Definitely.
I can't wait to see what you do. I hope to see you. I hope to get to be able to see you tour with Tank one day, and
Yes.
see your dreams come true and so forth. Listen, guys, thank you for taking this time out to join us again on another Black Boy Joy Conversations. We are so appreciative of everything that you guys do as far as commenting, liking, and sharing. You've been a wonderful audience again tonight. Look forward to our next episode, and make sure you download, subscribe, not just Black Boy Joy Conversations, but also Carlos Dwayne's newest CD, Blank Slate. Blank Slate. All right, thank you guys. Have a good night.